exercises. So, for number 1 and 2, ano ito, angle and their measures, yung topic. Tapos yung number 3, graphing. So, for number 1, let us complete this table. So, 1A, B, C, D, E, and F. So, conversion lang ito, no? So, let us convert rev to radians and degrees. So, let us recall the formula. What is the formula? Recall that yung pi radians or pi is equal to 180 degrees or 1/2 revolution, or 2 pi radians is 360 degrees, which is 1 rev. Okay, so let us convert 4/3 revs to, saan nyo gusto? 2 degrees muna, sige. So, if you want to convert it to degrees, nasa ilalim yung rev, nasa ibabaw yung degree na unit. And then, you use the conversion formula. It's either you use this one or, you use this one or you use this one. So, I will use this one. 1 rev is 360 degrees. And then, simplify. 360 divided by 3 is 120 degrees, which is 480 degrees. So that is the answer for letter A. So it's 480 degrees. Okay. How about in radians? So 4/3 rev. So same process lang. You multiply by radians yung nasa taas, sa ilalim is rev. So according to your table, 1 rev is 2 pi radians. 1 rev, and then you have 2 pi here. Cancel, cancel, and what do you get? 8 pi over 3 radians. Or, inaalis na yung unit, no? If you don't see a unit, automatic, it's in radians. But I'll write it for emphasis. So, 8 pi over 3 radians. Okay? So, let's do the second row. We have 10 degrees. You want to convert it to radians. So, ganun lang ulit. Times radians sa ibabaw, sa ilalim degrees. And you use any of the conversion formula. So, pwedeng ito or you can use this one. But I will use this first one para maliit lang yung number. Kanina, ito yung favorite kong gamitin kasi I am avoiding the fraction. But you can also use this one. So, for this row, I will use this. So, pi radians is 180 degrees. And as you can see, the degrees cancel out. Unit lang yung degrees. So, we get pi over 18 radians. So, it's pi over 18 radians. Okay. How about the rev? So, you multiply it by, sa ibabaw rev, sa ilalim degrees. So, we know that 1 rev is 360 degrees. 1 rev, 360 degrees. The degrees cancel out, and then you are left with 1 over 36 rev. Madali lang to actually. Next, how about these 2 radians? So, 2, diba? 2, para hindi malito, you write the radians. You multiply it by, sa ilalim radians, if you want to convert it to degrees, lagyan ng bilog. So, mahalaga yung unit. So, lagi nyo isusulat yung unit. Kailangan nagka-cancel sila kung nagko-convert kayo. Okay, so, we can use this conversion formula. Okay, degree to, or this one. Kahit ano will do. I will use this first. This pi radians is 180 degrees. So, the radians cancel out. So, you get 360 degrees over pi. So, yan siya in degrees. 360 over pi. Okay, lagyan nga natin ang unit for emphasis. Okay. How about in rev? 2 radians, you multiply it by rev over the radians para ma-cancel yung radians. And then use the conversion formula. Ano yung conversion formula natin? 1 rev is 360 degrees. 1 rev is 2 pi radians. Cancel. You get cancel si 2. 1 over pi revolution. Questions for number 1? Wala. So, gets naman to, no? So, actually, parang na-encounter nyo na nga siya no high school. Pero inulit ko lang para baka mamaya lumabas sa exam or sa homework or something. Kasi hindi natin napag-usapan. Baka mahirapan kayo. Char. Okay. So, number 2, what is the radius of the sector given that its area is 33 pi square units and this angle is 30 degrees. So, ito yung sector. Portion siya ng circle. So, this is the center of the circle. So, kung gusto nyo mo visualize, ganyan siya. Para siyang pizza sector. Okay, pizza slices. What is the area of a sector? So, area of a sector is equal to, we have a formula, right? 1/2 r squared theta. But you have to be careful because theta must be in radians. Okay? So, ko-convert muna natin to radians. So, our theta here, 30 degrees. So, to times mo sa pi, sa degrees, sa radians over the degrees. The conversion is pi radians, 180 degrees. So, you get pi over 6 radians or pi over 6. Okay? And then, we use this formula. So, 33 pi is equal to 1/2 r square. Your theta is pi over 6. And then, you just compute for r. We can multiply both sides by 12. To get rid of the fraction. So, cancel. So, r square, so 12 times 33 pi is r square pi. We are computing for r. Divide both sides by pi. Cancel. Therefore, r square is 12 times 33. And then you get the positive square root of both sides. Kasi radius is non-negative. Okay. So, r is, what is the square root of 12? Or you can write this one as 36 times 11. You can factor out the 3 here and then multiply it to 12. Square root of 36 is 6. units, kung ano man yung units niya. Okay, questions dito sa item na to. Walay naman. Okay, punta tayo dun sa graphing part. Okay, dito sa mga sketch. Ito yung favorite ko actually, mga sketch the graph, chuchu. Basta anything na nagdo-drawing sa math, love ko siya. Kahit na hindi ako maganda mag-drawing. Graphing lang tayo ng sine and cosine. Yan lang naman yung pinaka-important for our lesson for today. So, yung sa ibang graphs, kailangan lang familiar kayo. But for sine and cosine, kailangan ang kaya nyong i-graph ay ang form niya is y equal to a cosine b x minus c plus d. Tapos yung sa sine ganyan din. Parehas sila ng form. Ang taas, paano natin i-graph to, no? So, ito yung mga important pieces of information that you need para mag-graph siya. So, kailangan mo yung shifting. This is the C, D. Right? And the amplitude. The amplitude is the absolute value of A. Period. 2 pi over the absolute value of B. And then the increment. The increment is the period divided by 4. Tama? So, ang susundan nyo muna lagi yung form. You have to write the given sine and cosine function in this form. What do I mean by this form? Kailangan yung sa angle, ang coefficient ni x ay 1. Ifa-factor nyo yung coefficient niya. So, let us do number. Letter A. Okay, for letter A, so you have to factor out this 1/4. So 1/4. So x minus pi, magiging ganyan siya, 'di ba? Tapos plus 0. Okay, how do you check? Kailangan if you distribute it, you get the given function. Clear? Okay, and then let us identify A, B, C, and D. A is 4. B is, yung finactor out mo sa x, 1/4. C is, so minus C. So this is your C. C is pi. And your D is 0. Okay. So, ang shifting, the shifting is CD, which is pi 0. The amplitude, the absolute value of A here is 4. The period is 2 pi divided by B. Our B is 1/4. So, 2 pi divided by 1/4 is the same as multiplying by 4 over 1, which is 8 pi. And how about the increment? So, you get the period, which is 8 pi. You divide it by 4. So, the increment is 2 pi. So, yung increment, yun yung guide nyo when sketching the graph. So, paano yung guide? Siya yung parang magiging tick marks ninyo sa x-axis. Para hindi kayo mahirapan. Okay, so parang makikita nyo sa example na ito. Kasi doon laging nahihirapan yung mga yung mga bata. Parang, ano yung tick marks ko? Anong size? So, ang gagawin ko, yung bawat tick marks na to, they are of length of length 2 pi. Okay? So, parang ito, 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, 8 pi, 10 pi, etc. Okay, na-gets ba yon? So, ito, nasa x-axis, nasa
Okay.
y-axis.
So, you
Okay ba
makapal po.
yan? Tapos, locate na natin yung shifting. Una, magdodrawing na rectangle, diba? Una si shifting. Yung point mo, si pi 0. Nasaan si pi 0?
So, ibig sabihin 138.
If this is 2 pi, ito ay
650
pi.
copies.
Ayan.
Oh.
Okay, so yan yung shifting mo. Tapos, yung amplitude is 4.
Pwede namin
So, drawing ka ng 4 units upward doon sa shifting, tsaka 4 units downward. So, yun yung silbi nung amplitude.
I-consult ko din with, with
Okay.
Miss Baden. Pero definitely,
So, magiging ganito siya.
Siguro.
Yung sa y-axis, wala naman tayong problema dun sa tick marks niya.
Okay po. Pasensya na po. Thank you.
Okay, sa drawing natin. 1, 2, 3. Extend ko lang yung y-axis ko, ha. So, ganito talaga pag nagdo-drawing. May mga parts na bubura-bura ka. So, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So, nabubuo na yung rectangle mo. And then, for the period, yun yung haba ng rectangle mo. Okay, that is the length. So, start from here, you count 8 pi, your period. But, yung isang ganito is 2 pi. So, this is 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi, 6 pi, 8 pi. Tama ba bilang ko? 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, 8 pi. So, nandito siya sa pagitan ni 8 and 10 pi. Although, you can have your own tick marks naman, basta madali siyang mabasa. Pero ako ganito ko siya ginagawa para system. Okay? So, once you have your rectangle, you divide your rectangle into 4 equal parts vertically. So, you start at the center. And then you divide it again by 2. Okay? So, parang lumalabas na this is pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, 7 pi, 9 pi. Okay? So, ang tanong, how are you going to draw your graph? So, ganito lang yan. It's either magsa-start yan sa ibabaw, gitna, or ilalim. So, you only need 2 points. So, kung nag-start sa ibabaw, actually, sure ka na dito yung next. So, ganyan yung magiging itsura nun. If it starts here, so, pwedeng magpunta doon or sa ilalim. So, it's either pag ganun siya, or pag ganyan. Pero kung sa ilalim nagsimula, sure ka na ganyan itsura niya. Okay, so let us get the value of your function when x is equal to pi. Niliitan ko lang para cute yung drawing. Okay. So, if x is pi, what is your y? Saan na yan? Ito yun, no? So, y is 4 cosine 1/4 times 0 plus 0, which is 4 cosine 0, but cosine of 0 is 1. So it means when x is pi, y is 4. So when x is pi, y is 4. So sa pinakataas ka nagsimula, so sure na ang itsura mo, pag ganyan, pag ganyan, pag ganyan. Diba? It's so beautiful. Right? So, yan yung graph ni y equal to, ano yung binigay? 4 cosine pi over 4x minus pi over 4. Okay, questions dun sa unang graph. Ganito lang gagawin natin sa lahat. Okay, so paulit-ulit lang siya. So, let's do letter B. Ewan ko, kahit nung high school kasi, hindi kasi ako inabutan ng K-12. So, bilang isang thunders na, ang lesson namin nung third year. Although sa ibang school, fourth year and trig kami, third year. Ewan ko, parang may isang quarter ata na nag-graph lang kami. Tapos ewan ko, tuwan-tuwa ako mag-graph noon. As in, career talaga yung pagdo-drawing. Feeling ko I'm an artist. Charot. Okay, so, ano na natin to? Gawin na natin. So, fa-factor nyo yung x doon sa angle. So, negative 2 sine, negative 2, you get x minus pi over 2. So, you have that. So, nasulat na natin siya sa ating desired form. This is A. Oops, negative 2, sorry. This is A. This is B. This is C. This is D. So, A is negative 2. B is negative 2. C is pi over 2. D is 2. Okay, so let us determine the shifting is C comma D. Our C is pi over 2. D is 2. Amplitude, absolute value of A, which is absolute value ni negative 2, which is 2. Okay, basta pag nagpapagraph, yung apat agad yung hahanapin nyo. Shifting amplitude, period, increment. Period, 2 pi over the absolute value of B, which is 2 pi over, what is the absolute value of B? 2. And the increment is period divided by 4. So, yung tick marks natin on the x-axis is pi over 4. So, let us sketch the graph. Kakaririn natin pagdo-drawing. So, this is pi over 4. Pi over 2. 3 pi over 4. Pi, etc. Okay? So, what is the shifting? The shifting is pi over 2, comma 2. So, this is pi over 2, 2 units. And what is the amplitude? I need space. The amplitude is 2. So, from your shifting, mag-drawing ka 2 units upward and downward. So, this is 2. So, 1, 2. Tapos pababa, 1, 2. And then the length is your period, which is pi. So, ilang increments yon? 4. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Actually, laging ganun, laging 4 na increments. Kasi ganun natin ginawa yung formula. Yung increment mo is period over 4. And the period is yung haba. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ako lang ata nagtuturo ng ganitong method. Kasi ako lang nagpauso nito. Kapag naghanap kayo actually ng sa mga books, pag tinignan nyo yung method nila, hindi ganito. Magsisimula sila sa mga magsisimula sa graph ng y equal to sine x, y equal to sine ng bx, tas gagraph mo yung sine ng bx minus c, tapos y equal to a sine bx minus c, tapos tsaka ka magdadagdag ng d. So, lahat yan igagraph mo isa-isa doon sa, yun yung method na actually yun yung method na nakagisnan ko. Pero dahil nga ayoko nagagraph ng mga marami, gusto ko isa lang, sagot agad. So, kaya naisip ko tong paraan na ito. Okay. So, continue ko lang tong pagti-tick marks. 5 pi over 4. 6 pi over 4 is 3 pi over 2. Actually, yan na yun. Makukulong na dyan yung graph mo. All you have to know is some points on the graph. So, pwede siya mag-start dito, dito, or dito. Actually, pag sine dito, nagsisimula sa gitna. Okay, but let us verify. When y is, when x is pi over 2, what is your y? So, maganda. Dito na lang natin i-plug in. So, y is negative 2 sine ng negative 2 times pi over 2 minus pi over 2 is 0 plus 2. So, y is negative 2 sine 0 plus 2. But sine 0 is 0. So, you get 2. So, when x is pi over 2, y is 2, which is this point. Yung naka-red. So, you only have two choices left. It's either sa taas siya magne-next, so ganyan yung itsura, or pag ganon. Pag ganito pala. Okay? Pero ang hula ko pag ganon. Nakikita ko lang siya sa nakikita ko lang siya doon sa nakikita ko doon sa graph. Kapag matagal ka na sa industriya, kaya nyo na yun. Sa dami ng nag-graph ninyong sine function. Pero bilang nag-aaral pa lang ng how to graph it, magsasubstitute kayo. So, when x is 3 pi over 4, what is your y? So, saan siya maganda i-plug in? Dito na nga lang ulit. Pi over 4, 3 pi over 4 minus pi over 2. Okay, so simplify natin. Negative 2 sine negative 2. What is 3 pi over 4 minus pi over 2? So, 3/4 minus 1/2 is 1/4. So, we get negative 2 sine ng negative pi over 2 plus 2. What is sine negative pi over 2? Ano tsura nun? This is negative pi over 2. Tatama sa y negative 1. So, ang sagot dito ay 4. So, when x is 3 pi over 4, y is 4. 3 pi over 4, y is 4. So, alam mo na ang graph niya pag ganyan. Ang pangit ulit. Amazing. Diba? So, yan yung graph ng one cycle ng y equal to negative 2 sine negative 2x plus pi plus 2. Okay? Pwede actually nating i-check yan sa ano, sa graphing calculator. May graphing calculator ba ako dito? Pan-check lang graphing calculator ha. So, yung nauna, y equal to 4 cosine, asan yung pi? Pi over 4x minus pi over 4. Okay, so nasan yung dinrawing natin? Ito yung portion na dinrawing natin. Ay! Hala, napatay ko yung ano ko. Wait. Ayan. So, ito yun, no? So, yung ginraph natin is this portion. Okay? So, hindi sakto-sakto to ay mga nandito sa baba. Tama ba yung pagka? Pi over 4. Okay. Ang increment ata nitong ano, itong nasa grapher ko. This is pi, 2 pi, 3 pi. Naka-trigonometry siya. Okay, yung isa naman, ano yun? Negative 2 sine ng negative 2x plus pi plus 2. So, asan ba yung ginrap natin dyan? So, yung ginrap natin dyan ay ito yan. Okay. Wait nga, check nga natin yung nauna. Tama ba yun? 4 cosine pi over 4x minus pi over 4. Mali ako ng type. Kaya pala. Sabi ko parang may something na mali. Ulit. Ayan. O, highlight natin ulit. So, this is for number 1. Akala ko naka-trigonometric yung ano niya. Ayan siya. Ayan yung ginraph natin. Okay. So, ito tatama sa 4. Ito 4 yan. Tapos, ito is pi, which is 3 point something na. So, mukhang legit naman dun sa graph niya. Tapos, dito, tatama sa, saan daw tatama yon? Tatama siya sa 9 pi. 9 pi is 20, around, mas malaki siya sa 27, no? Which is legit naman sa graph. Kasi this is 25 and this is 30. Okay? Questions?